Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Greatman Ayilara YouTube channel. For this very moment, this is the Independence Special Program. Today, as Nigeria clock age 60 in the land of the living, like the Christian folks we say. Oh, wow. And it is something very, it's funny actually how we all want to play a blind game, deaf game, and ignorance game to the reality of the nation. So, for like 40 years of my existence now, every single year we say Happy Independence. And I try to figure why we are so excited and happy. Maybe if we, for once, just tell each other the truth and come to the reality of our situation, maybe we will get it right. For example, I'm going to be performing an experiment today. And that experiment is that I refuse to put on my generator. There's not been electricity for the major part of the day. So I'm hoping that all through the moment of this broadcast, they won't switch it off. Nigeria at 60. So in case they switch it off, we will see the reality of Nigeria and we'll continue to broadcast. Unfortunately, we won't because the mixer will go off. How many times people will come to me and say, no matter what is happening, you have to be positive. Keep the positive effort and all of those things. And I keep wondering, how do we differentiate between positivity, giving positive confession, and lying to ourselves? And we want to find out today. You see, it is very easy. As a matter of fact, so easy for us to live in denial for the rest of our lives and keep hiding from our own pain. But Nigeria is not working. And as a matter of fact, if no one will tell this truth, I'm going to tell it. We don't have leadership in the nation. No leadership. And I'm not sorry to say, even though I'm aware of the lack of the freedom of speech in this country, the president of our nation is clueless. Having a president of a nation that is even way older than the nation, yet they say we are the leaders of tomorrow. And without the approval of the godfathers, we cannot lead aright. And even if we try to, because we have gone through the godfatherism, we cannot bring innovation. We have to keep living on the outdated and the obsolete mentality and the scope of the aged ones. Now, people keep lying to themselves that Nigeria is working. Maybe the Christians, those in diasporas who do not know what we are facing. I penned down a certain article today on my Facebook, and I'm going to be reading it to every single one of us. I hope I'm able to access it on time. This is an unusual broadcast, so we'll know the reality of our situation. I hope you already know by now that God cannot help Nigeria. All right. So I said, we say Nigeria is not working. The privileged, the diasporics, and the believers, either Christians or Muslim, are saying we are cursing since you people don't live in Makoko. You don't live in Adegule. You don't live in the countryside of Iseyin, where you receive 30,000 naira per month and spend 550,000 in the same month, where what comes in is lesser than what goes out. In a nation where the president is saying it is impossible for Nigeria to be selling fuel at an affordable rate because Saudi Arabia, where the minimum wages is over 300,000 equivalent to Nigerian naira, and the equivalent and the minimum wage in Nigeria is just 30,000 naira. I don't know what is the engine that is running within these people. I don't know. Losing touch on reality does not mean that we who are living in this reality cannot speak out. Now, these people who are living in Makoko is saying, and the rest of them, in the slums, they sleep in darkness and they make deals with mosquitoes every single night under a roof that is leaking should there be rain. They ply the road that can actually abort a fetus in his mother's womb. You people who say Nigeria is working have never sat down to watch your child. I said it. I said it. I said, let's perform this experiment. And I'm not going to put on the generator. I am not going to do that. Because if you think Nigeria is working, then you are hallucinating. It's a total hallucination for you. So we're going to go ahead and do the broadcast in darkness. I said it. Let's see how that goes. All right. For the sake of those who want to see my face, I'm just going to use, yeah. So you can see my face, right? Nigeria is working, right? All right. The working Nigeria, this is the example of the working Nigeria. We will be using, this is the reality of Nigeria here. Oh no, a Nigeria that is working. So we'll use torchlight and lantern for the broadcast for the remaining of this program. So we see how country is working. On the Independence Day, I live in Lagos. I don't live in the village. I live in Lagos. And I pay exorbitant amount of money for electricity bill. Nigeria is working now. Here it is. A Nigeria that is working. We will go ahead with this. Now, these people who are living in this self-denial situation, the microscopic few of us who are privileged, either to have parents who are stealing, who are in diaspora, who are in oil business, who are the 1 more zero to the zeros in existence, tell us that Nigeria is working. They have never watched their children die of typhoid because there is no Medicare. Those who say Nigeria is working has never bothered to see the pain of a woman who die at childbirth, at labor pain. You have never. You people don't live in shelters made with zinc in faraway Borno State where it is an heat density climate, having been displaced by Boko Haram. When your governor is giving enough money to cater for you, while you live like a refugee in your own nation, you are given a zinc house. So I wonder, you want to make microwave or you want to make suya plant, a human suya plant? Nigeria is working, right? We're going on. I keep writing, I say, You would think Nigeria is working if your child, if your daughter has never gotten raped. And at the moment you step into the police station to report to this policeman, the one you met there is the policeman who shot your son dead for having dreadlock on. Nigeria is working. No justice. We move on like that. We say Nigeria is not working, and a lot of those whose father looted our parents in the name of God said we should confess only positive things since we sow only what we reap. All right? So how about we sow unfortunate situations into your life so that you are healed, you are ill, and we give you olive oil while we fly away to USA in private jet just to treat our headache. So you know Nigeria is working. How about we give you this perpetual restlessness? So you'll be the one who buy the stickers that say, keep off, the God of my father is in charge. While we are the one in the SUV that is bulletproof, surrounded by mobile police, that we hired with the money we collected from you by stealing stickers. So we say Nigeria is not working. And the offspring of those who are trained with buffet are telling us who are privileged to have bouquet. You know, buffet is when you choose what you want. Bouquet is you have to just pick one of it. They tell us to look at the brighter side of life. So how about we feed you with only carbohydrate once a day and hope that God will fill you up with the rest of the nutrient that requires for your body to function in the land of the living. Nigeria is still working. While Nigeria is not working, some good for nothing contributed 25 million within the matter of 2 days for a girl who went to display her moral decadence on a live television, while one little baby in the corner of the town of Ifewara is looking for just 250,000 naira to remove the tumor on her neck and doesn't have hope of seeing 25,000 even at the end of the current regime. Nigeria is still working. So you strongly wish that Nigeria works. The chief of DSS, the State Security Service, have the audacity to hire 533 northerners and 93 southerners in the current employment. Nobody to hold him into account. Giving 533 slots to northerners and sharing 93 slots with the rest of us southerners. Nigeria is working, right? Eteramo. You wish Nigeria will work, but every looted property of a northerner is returned to them, and the one taken from the southerner is shared among the northerner. Again, I was raised by a woman who did not see 100,000 per month. But your father, his sitting allowance is more than all our 35 years of service joined together. You would say Nigeria is working. When my mother would train your father, could not afford to send me to a better school, but you live in the eyebrow skyscraper and live on the silver spoon. Housewives are now being forced to trade their sexuality just to support their husband. Young boys are going to be scammers, professional scammers for life, irrespective of how it may boomerang. Our girls are littering the internet, objectifying their bodies. Our kings are pushing drugs, selling ancestral land, and desecrating our ancient traditions. Freedom of speech exists only at the risk of the speaker. And we constantly hear the grenade as if it's a firework of December. And we have each tribe guiding each other against one another, and you say Nigeria is working. So much for Independence Day. And here we are. Not because we can't afford to buy fuel, but for those who say Nigeria is working, this is the reality of a working Nigeria. At the age of 60, and we have to still be struggling and be praying for NEPA to bring light. Nigeria is working. Nigeria is working. It's really working. So some of you will say you walk by faith and not by sight. or you only suffer in sight and not in faith, Nigeria is working. In a Nigeria that works, Amotekun is for the Yorubas, Metiala is for the Hausas, Igbos are starting up their own. I got married to a woman, and in front of my room, I have a security guard, she got a security guard. We guide ourselves against one another, and we say the marriage is working. It's not working. When we suspect each other and we watch each other at the back and hope that we don't mess up at the end of the day, even though we have a valid agreement, and you say, Nigeria is working. Nigeria is truly working. Nigeria is working so much that it has worked its way to become the third ranking nation when it comes to terrorism. Nigeria is working. It's working. Really working. In a nation where Dubai, who started after us, can ban us from getting into their country, and United States can say our student can only study for 2 years only without opportunity to work, Nigeria is working. So we ship our dead bodies out of Nigeria to go get treatment outside Nigeria. We loot money in Nigeria, invest in other nations. Nigeria is truly working. Is it not working? It's working. Nigeria is working when it will take the intervention of an outsider to tell us to conduct a credible election. And the only reason why we want to be free and fair when it comes to our polling system is because we want to get visa to America. Nigeria is working. Is it not working? It's working. Oh no, a Nigeria that is working, we the citizenry have to suffer fuel hike, inflation in fuel price, because IMF and World Bank tells our government to suffer us. Nigeria is working. Is it not working? It's working. Nigeria is working when the northerners treat the rest of their occupants or tenants in this nation as if it's a privilege to live in this nation. Nigeria is working. Nigeria is working when an average citizen only hopes for God to get the next square meal. Nigeria is working when people who live in this nation practically go on their knees, just like it happened today, for electricity to be stable so that they can iron their clothes for tomorrow's work. Nigeria is working where we don't even have enough road, and the one that is existing is bad. I guess they heard that Nigeria is not working. So the working Nigeria is what we are dealing with today. We have performed the experiment of a working Nigeria, so they brought the light again. You see, we have to come to an understanding that there is an intentional conspiracy behind the suffering of an average citizen of this nation. We have to come to an agreement that some people are gaining and profiting from your tears, from your pain. And those are the very people you say, Rakadede to. Those are the people you say, my father in the Lord. Those are the people you say, Sonu Dezua. You have to understand that Nigeria will not work except we do not go outside the nation to go and import what we dug up here. So we have to practically take crude oil out of the nation to go refine. And the most important part of the oil is reserved abroad and the rest is given to us. Nigeria will not work because some people know that when Nigeria works, you will demand your right. I give you an example. The singular problem of epileptic electricity is for the purpose of those who are selling fuel. I want you to know that today. There will not be constant electricity in Nigeria as long as those individuals are making profit from selling fuels. Now let's explain why that is. When there is a stable electricity, there will be diversification in economy. Nigeria is richly blessed. That's why we have green all over, everywhere green. North, east, south, everywhere is green. Agriculture is the natural gift of nature to Nigeria. No one should be hungry in this nation. The fertile soil we have is enough to feed all of us. Unfortunately, we go abroad to import tomatoes. We go abroad to import even toothpick. And Nigeria is working. Nigeria is working so much that we have to go abroad to go and import water. You should have seen the nation of this country, the state of this nation during COVID time. A bag of sachet water that cost 100 naira skyrocketed to 400, 500 because they said whatever is needed to make water is imported and the port is closed. Nigeria is working, is it not? So when there is stable electricity, diversification will come. People will have confidence and so much security to go back to farm. When they go back to farm, they are farming not in small scale but in large scale because there is something called storage system that requires stable electricity to package and store or preserve your produce. So in a Nigeria that doesn't work because some people don't want it to work. You can't even farm for what you are going to eat because you don't have light to preserve it. Now everybody wants a white collar job because Nigeria doesn't work for the purpose of some people's benefit and gain. They know that when Nigeria works, the amount of fuel that is consumed by an average Nigerian to run the fuel, to run generator, will not be there. Practically all the big institutions and small-scale businesses in Nigeria run fuel. And that is the reason why even things that are produced in Nigeria is even way more expensive than things that are imported. Nigeria will not work as long as those people are in charge of our fuel and petroleum production. So you think Nigeria will work? If they give you stable electricity alone, they have set you free for life, but they won't give it to you because they know when you have it, your brain begins to think. Stable electricity will allow you to have access to unlimited information. Why do you think the cost of data is so high? Because they have to factor in the way they have to process everything and maintain their company. If electricity alone is taken away from it, the cost of data will go down. Those people have to run on fuel. So when there is no stable electricity, the repercussion is you don't have enough money to buy data to access internet, and those who are in darkness and ignorance can be ruled effectively and with joy by their oppressors. When there is stable electricity, these politicians who are in charge of importing this machine called generator into the nation will go out of business. Nigeria will not work because they have to make profit. If there is stable electricity alone, an average Nigerian can access Medicare without the fear of what if they take off light during my surgical operation. The fear of tripping off of light and no electricity in the hospital make people explore faith and pray to God for divine healing. So an average Nigerian sees our hospitals as mortuary, not a place where they can get healing. Nigeria is working. Can you see? Nigeria will not work because they know when you have stable electricity, we are still on stable electricity, I hope you know. Alone, stable electricity alone will change the face of education in the nation. They want you to study online, but there is no light. They want you to gather online, there is no light. They want everything to be done electronically, but where is the electricity for electronic activities? Nothing. Nigeria is not going to work as long as these people understand the psychology of human being, because a nation without electricity is a nation in perpetual darkness, both physically and mentally. And the very people who ensure that Nigeria does not work, make Nigeria work for themselves. So you visit their house and you feel like you are in USA or America. They created the kind of heaven they wanted for themselves and tell you to hope on the heavens for the heavens that you deserve. That is for the government. Nigeria will not work as long as the citizenry perpetually think that responsibility shifted to the heavens is a responsibility taken care of. It's not going to work. So we live in a nation where the government say pay tax, you refuse. But when the pastor say pay tithe, you go. They don't even need that to ask you. You feel it's your obligation and your duty to warn God to pay those money and give excessively. To the one who do not pay tax, Nigeria is not going to work because you are not going to make it work. Do you see the psychology of things? Yet you are there saying the government should not borrow from outside. You are one of the people who are putting us in debt. Because when you give money to those who by law must not pay tax, and you expect the government to generate fund, you are the problem of the nation. From the pulpit to the pew, Nigeria is not set up to work. From our physical expression to our mental disposition, Nigeria is not going to work. Nigeria will not work when you refuse to patronize your culture, your tradition. When you refuse to patronize your friends who create and manufacture stuff in Nigeria. When Louis Vuitton, when Gucci, when Prada, when all those designers who have made it for life and generating money into their own economy is what you use as a way to measure your value. Bayo is there in Shagamu. It's making a quality shoe with correct leather. You will not patronize him. You want Nigeria to work. Nigeria will not work. Nigeria is not going to work because the kente we make, the adire we make, right there in Abeokuta is not good enough because when you patronize those who do handwork, it seems expensive. You don't want to empower them, but you travel all the way to China to make low quality, invest more into the economy of China, and you bring the paragudu, the fake here. The quality of things you go to China to go and import, even Chinese cannot wear it in their own nation because it is forbidden. Nigeria cannot work. When you, who is a pharmacist and have license to import drugs, we intentionally go to reduce the chemical quantity of a drug because you want to make so much profit, and somebody is taking paracetamol hoping everything will be fine and not to go on overdose before everything will be cool, because you kill them softly and you expect Nigeria to work. If we check your name, if you are not bearing Peter, you are bearing Muhammad. You are either Muslim or Christians, and you expect Nigeria to work. Nigeria cannot work. You are there seated, thinking Nigeria should work. But look at yourself right now. Look at the life you are living. The greatest form of breakthrough you are thinking with your head is how to get out of the nation. If everybody leaves, who will stay behind to get it done? Nigeria will not work. As long as all of us do not put the security of one another as a top priority. Because it is the citizen that becomes policeman. It is the policemen that kill citizens. Nigeria don't work. Government don't kill people. People kill themselves. Nigeria will not work. Nigeria is never going to work. As long as you think that it is okay to sell your birthright to the outsider foreigners, why do you find it difficult to support your own brothers here? Nigeria is not going to work. When our children, as citizens who are ready to farm, cannot buy a land outrightly, and even to lease a land, it's going to be so huge and humongous. But our fathers in the village sell land and give away the paper to a Chinese man from Zangua. Nigeria is not going to work. It is not programmed to work that way. Nigeria is not working. There is nothing like independence in Nigeria as long as the Western power dictates the way we live our lives for us. Nigeria is not going to work. If you have to study abroad and they have to tell you to go and retake English language test, Nigeria will not work. What happens to your language? A nation that doesn't speak their indigenous language as official language will never go far. Check all the nations of the world that have taken you so far. India, Germany, Russia, China. It speaks their language. Nigeria will not work. As long as you serve a foreign god and your ancestors don't matter to you, Nigeria will never work. As long as the religion of the invader persists in our midst, Nigeria will not work, because your government has lost so much money to send people on Hajj pilgrimage every single year, money that could have been invested into our educational system. They spend so much money to send people to Jerusalem pilgrimage every single year because of this religion of the invaders. Nigeria is not going to work when we patronize other people's tourism and we neglect our own. Nigeria will not work, even though we have more than enough. A land that is flowing with milk and honey will never taste anything as long as what comes from abroad seems like it comes from above to us. Nigeria will not work. Nigeria will not work. As long as a man who is called Adeboye will stand before 50 million Nigerians and tell them that only those who bless Israel will be blessed by God. Who the hell is Israel? In heaven and on earth we are not family. Nigeria will not work until people like that who takes the place of leadership begin to say only those who help their citizens, their neighbors, will get help from. Nigeria will not work. Nigeria will not work. As long as the religion of the invaders divide the north from the south, and the colonial master made it so, Nigeria will not work if every single one of us do not have ability to do what we deem fit to be done at the time we want to get it done without waiting on the approval of an alien who is a foreigner. Nigeria will not work until we stop standardizing our life according to the lifestyle of the Westerners. Nigeria is never going to work until we look into ourselves and say we are more than enough. Nigeria will not work. Nigeria will never work until the child of a poor man can sleep without worrying about his security. Nigeria will never work until the citizenry enjoy the basic amenities that the rich people also enjoy. Nigeria will not work until we begin to live in a house with lower fences, not building walls around ourselves like prisoners, even though we think we are free. Nigeria will not work until our prison system is being reformed and that place is turned into a place of rehabilitation instead of a dungeon of death. Nigeria will not work as long as you continue to pay first fruit, because if you are a shopkeeper who pay first fruit the whole of your January salary, if I put you in charge of my store when your children and wife are hungry, you will take something out of my store to balance the year. Nigeria will never work until we don't begin to become the sole provider of our own. We don't create our own road, we don't give our own water, we don't provide our own light, and the government comes to give us bills. Nigeria will not work until those who are called real estate managers and sellers begin to understand that you don't sell every land. You need to create some agricultural centers, you need to create amusement park, you need to leave some tree to live, because people in Nigeria are not as healthy as they used to be. Not everywhere should be sold out as an estate. Nigeria will never work until each and every one of us begin to live in a communal development, such that what concerns A concerns B, and together we stand as one. Nigeria will not work until you, as an African, a black child, stop bleaching your skin to look like a white man. Nigeria will not work until you are proud of your hair that is like a sponge. Nigeria is never going to work as long as our women begin to put in wigs like Mami Water, wanting to be white at all costs. Nigeria is not going to work until prowess in English-speaking language is not a basis for judgment of intellect. Nigeria will never work until those who are at home stop feeling bad for those in abroad, and those who are abroad stop thinking that they are above those who are at home, Nigeria will never work. Until our naira rise again, because the quality of a nation's money against the prevailing currency is the worth of that citizen of that nation. Nigeria will not work until we grow so much confidence that we stop putting different kind of jacket on our passport, until that green passport begin to value. Nigeria will never work until we have government who will stand for us. When we are touched abroad, they send their army to rescue us. Nigeria will not work when children of our people are being killed in xenophobic attack right in South Africa, when people in Ghana will deport Nigerians back to this place, when we're worth nothing than a rug and a rag to anyone to step on, for anyone to step on. Nigeria will never work until you shift your mental paradigm from wanting to be a white man at all cost to becoming African. Nigeria will not work as long as Nigerians call on the ancestors of the Jews, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Until we begin to call on our ancestors, Nigeria will not work. We sing the song that the labors of our heroes past. We sing it and we forget about it right there immediately. But that word carries meaning that you must not neglect the effort of your legends. Nigeria will not work until history of Africa and the history of our nation is returned back to our primary schools, our secondary schools, and not a privileged course to be studied in the university. Nigeria will not work until we take CRK and IRK out of our school curriculum. Nigeria will not work until we resume back to taking our children on excursion to monumental places and those ancient landmarks that will tell them that they are worth more than they think they are. Nigeria will never work until the child of a poor man and the son of a rich man can meet in the middle and nobody will feel better than the other. Nigeria will never work until you and I have rest of mind. And if secession and going apart is what will make Nigeria work, allow people to go and not do again, no be by force. Let the Oduduwa go, let the Biafran go, let the Fulani also hold their side, the survivor of the fittest. Let the best nation work. And if we try this secession and demarcation and it doesn't work, we can always come back again. We were once told that when Nigeria reaches 100 years, we are free to go our separate ways. It is more than 100 years. What are we still doing? Nigeria will not work because it is only working for the Northerners and the Fulanis alone. And that is the reason why they put their children at the top echelon of our security agencies. So when we say enough is enough, they detonate bombs on us, they kill us at will, they deploy their children on us and make sure that we are killed. When the Southerners are taken to the north, they behave themselves, but they push these Northerners down to the south and they treat us like animals. It should not be. Nigeria that is not giving peace of mind to its citizenry cannot work. It will not work, and it's not even designed to work. The amalgamation of Lord Lugard and his Flora girlfriend is not meant to work. It is meant to make some set of intellectual folks be the slaves of some dummies forever and ever. Nigeria will not work. Nigeria was not going to work. Nigeria is not going to work. And prove me wrong anytime, any day. I will say this until people are given the freedom to speak, to go on their separate ways, to live as they seem fit, to enjoy the fruit of the land, and to live like human beings again. Until then, there is no Nigeria. What we celebrate is mediocrity. What we celebrate is hypocrisy. And those who celebrate peace of Nigeria in faith are the greatest undoing of this nation, because there is no peace in this nation. No peace whatsoever. In a nation, over 700,000 citizens of this nation live as a refugee, even in their own country, and the money allotted to them, some politicians are sharing with themselves without conscience. Without conscience. Without conscience. And you say Nigeria is working.
This nation is not designed to work. This nation was never going to work. It was not meant to work. This nation was never designed to work. Nigeria is too big for the intellect of its leader. Nigeria is too big for the amount of people that lives in it. Nigeria is too vast. It is bigger than what you see on the map of Africa. Nigeria is bigger, better than that. But we are plagued with bad leadership. And we say we want to micromanage our own regions. But some people who do not know their left from their right says we must stay together at all costs. And it's unfortunate that even our own people will backstab us because they want to be president, because they need the support of the Northerners. Nigeria is not going to work. As long as you can afford to send your child to school without robbing the banks, Nigeria will not work until the money contributed by religious folks to build schools yield profit in the sense that they can send their children to those schools. Nigeria will not work as long as one man who carries the Bible and Quran controls 4 fleets of private jets. Nigeria is not meant to work. Nigeria will not work as long as the one who is into crude oil is also the one who is controlling the electricity of this nation. Nigeria is not going to work. Nigeria was not destined to work. Nigeria will never work. As long as the countryside and the villages is habitable as much as the cities, Nigeria will not work. Nigeria will not work. This is not Jerusalem. This is not heavenly place. This is Nigeria. It's a physical place. And it takes physical effort to make it work. China did not build their nation on faith and calling on God. America did not build their nation by praying. Jews, the folks in Israel, did not build their nation by hoping that God will come down. So I tell you, all Nigerians, either temporary Nigerians or permanent Nigerians, God will not help Nigeria. Nigerians only can help Nigeria. And it starts by making your vote count and putting the right people in place and demanding quality governance. Speaking without fear and occupying until you get what you need. My name is Greatman Ayilara, and I hope I've been able to do justice to your independence today. I'm sorry I don't feel independent. I'm sorry I don't feel free. I'm sorry I'm scared for my life. I'm sorry because I'm afraid that if I drive a new car, a policeman on the street is willing to kill me because he's living in a very tattered and battered house. I'm sorry because I can't even breathe freely, because someone feels like my freedom is their accounting. And I'm sorry they feel that way, because the system does not permit us to all be happy. There is no independence in the nation. Our children are getting raped. Our women are dying. Our mothers are getting sick. The wisdoms are leaving them. Our fathers are dying. Our young ones are turning into criminals. There is no ray of hope anywhere. Nigeria is not working. There is nothing working in this nation, except you are living in denial. Except you are living far away in the land of your own living. Nigeria is not working. At 60, Nigeria is not working. And a fool at 40 plus 20 is a fool forever. My name is Greatman Ayilara, and I hope I have done justice to your day today. I'll see you some other time on this platform. And ensure you press your subscribe button and also notification so that you know when we are live. It is the independent broadcast and special one at that. Thank you as much as you can for joining us. But remember, Nigeria is not working. And what we should be thinking of is how we can be interdependent, intradependent, and also totally dependent. Not managing a ship that is wrecking. This ship is drowning. It has drowned. People are just keeping floating. They are keeping afloat, rather. When you get tired of swimming, you may give way to a fish to swallow you. Have a nice day and enjoy yourself.